Welcome to our English lesson. Today, we will practice our listening and speaking skills. Listen carefully. Visiting a friend. Today, I want to tell you about a special day when I visited my good friend, Sarah. Visiting a friend is one of my favorite activities because it gives me the chance to share stories, laugh, and enjoy a peaceful time away from the busy city. My day started in the morning when I woke up feeling excited. I had a light breakfast of toast and an apple before I got ready. I chose a comfortable outfit, a soft pink t-shirt, a pair of blue jeans, and my favorite white sneakers. I always like to feel relaxed and happy when I go out to visit someone. I also packed my small bag with my phone, a wallet, and a notebook. I like to write down interesting things during the day, especially when I visit a friend. Sarah lives in a small apartment in Brooklyn, and she is my best friend from high school. Although we attend different colleges now, we always try to meet on weekends. I decided to visit her because I had not seen her for a long time, and I missed our conversations. I left my apartment in Manhattan and took the subway. The ride was quiet and comfortable, and I listened to some soft music on my headphones. I enjoyed watching the city pass by through the windows of the train. The tall buildings, busy streets, and many people reminded me of how lively New York City is. When I arrived at the subway station near Sarah's apartment, I felt a sense of excitement. I walked slowly along the familiar streets, enjoying the warm sunlight and the gentle breeze. I saw many small shops, local cafes, and friendly people on the sidewalks. I felt happy to be part of this vibrant city, even if just for a few hours. I reached Sarah's building and pressed the buzzer. A few moments later, the door opened, and there was Sarah with a big smile on her face. "Emily, it is so good to see you," she said warmly. We hugged each other, and I felt a strong sense of friendship. Sarah invited me into her cozy apartment, which was decorated with bright colors and many plants. The apartment was small, but it felt warm and welcoming. I admired the handmade decorations and the photos of her family and friends on the walls. After we had a quick chat in her living room, Sarah offered to make us some tea. She went to the kitchen and began preparing the tea with some fresh mint leaves. I sat on a soft sofa near the window, where I could see the busy street below. As I waited, I looked around and saw her books, a small art collection, and a few interesting souvenirs from her travels. It was clear that Sarah was a creative person who loved to explore new ideas. Once the tea was ready, Sarah and I sat down at a small table in her kitchen. We talked about many things. I told her about my studies at college and the new classes I was taking. Sarah listened carefully and shared her own experiences about her art projects and her part-time job at a local gallery. Our conversation was simple and friendly. We spoke slowly and clearly so that we could understand each other well. I was happy to practice my English by talking about our daily lives and our plans for the future. After finishing our tea, we decided to go for a walk around Sarah's neighborhood. The streets in Brooklyn are different from those in Manhattan. They are quieter and have many small parks and community gardens. We walked along the tree-lined sidewalks and visited a small park that was just a few blocks away from her apartment. In the park, children played on the swings and families sat on picnic blankets. The park had a calm and relaxed atmosphere. We sat on a bench and talked about our dreams and our plans. I told Sarah that I would like to travel and see more of the world, and she said that she wanted to learn more about painting and design. During our walk, we stopped by a small street vendor who was selling fresh fruit and vegetables. I bought a juicy orange, and Sarah purchased a small bag of apples. We shared the fruit and enjoyed the healthy snacks as we continued our conversation. The simple act of buying fruit made our day feel even more special. It reminded me that everyday moments can be full of beauty and friendship. After our walk, we returned to Sarah's apartment. We spent a little more time chatting and looking at old photos on her computer. We laughed about funny memories from school and shared our favorite moments from our families and friends. It felt like a warm reunion, and I was glad that we could reconnect despite our busy lives. Before it was time for me to go home, Sarah and I made plans to meet again soon. We decided that our next visit would be during the weekend, and we planned to go to a local art fair in the city. I thanked Sarah for her hospitality and for the wonderful day we had together. I promised that I would visit her again very soon. I left her apartment with a full heart and many happy memories. On my way back, I thought about the importance of friendship and how visiting a friend can bring so much joy into your life. I felt grateful for the opportunity to share my day, my thoughts, and my feelings with someone who truly understands me. The visit reminded me that even in a large and busy city like New York, there are many moments of calm and kindness that make life beautiful. When I returned to my own apartment, I wrote some notes in my journal about the day. I described the small details, the sound of the subway, the smile on Sarah's face, the taste of the mint tea, and the peaceful walk in the park. I believe that writing down these memories helps me remember the good times. It also makes me appreciate the simple joys of life. Visiting a friend is more than just spending time together. It is a chance to share ideas, support each other, and create new memories. I hope my story helps you practice your English listening skills and learn new words. Thank you for listening to my story about visiting a friend. I wish you many happy moments and peaceful visits with your own friends. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next English story. See you next time.